Okay. Hi everyone. Good morning. Today is February 27th, Monday. So we will start session 2.5. Last Friday, we spent a whole class to talk about your homework and how to improve. So if you didn't come on Friday, please watch the videos. Make sure you get the information. Okay, so today I give you two handouts, the weekly checklist and today's handout. I want to wait for like more students join us and then I can explain the weekly checklist. Okay, now let's talk about session 2.5. So, the last Friday we talked about that we want to go over the materials slower. But because we do have a lot of course objectives, so if we go over the examples slower, that means we go over fewer examples in class. Then you have more work to do after class. So on the course website, you can see these are the blank notes, and these were my last semester class recording. So if we go over less examples, so there are some examples we don't have time to cover in class, please watch the recording. And then I also give notes with answers. So make sure you understand every problem in class. Okay, everybody? And you know our exam problems are similar to the in-class examples, right? So make sure you understand all the in-class examples. So I will explain the checklist later after more students join us. Okay, so session 2.5, transformations of functions. Let's review session 2.4. So 2.4, we talk about graph of functions, and then we have library of some basic functions. The library of parent functions. Raise your hand, everybody. Let's do math exercise. Line, like that. Right, that's line. And then square, like a U shape, right? And cubic function. One hand up, one hand down, right? And square root. So square root, we only have this side. We only have the left side. We don't have the right side because square roots of the numbers inside the square root must be greater or equal to 0. And we have square root of negative number. That's not real number. That's complex number, right? So this is special, like that. And then keywords. So one hand this, the other hand like that, right? So so the shape like that. And hi, we have handout here. Absolute value, V shape, right? Absolute value, V shape. Reciprocal, like that, right? Reciprocal. We have so this we will talk about. This is called vertical asymptote. You're approaching this line, getting closer to it, but never touch it. Okay, so this is a vertical asymptote. And then 1 over x squared. You know, x squared is always positive, and because it's in the denominator, it cannot be 0. Therefore, your numerator is positive, your denominator is positive, the whole thing is positive. Therefore, the graph lies above the x-axis. You know, above the x-axis, that is positive, and on the x-axis, the y is 0. Below the x-axis, the y is negative. Right, everybody? Okay, and this one, greatest integer, we don't quite use it often. But, so all of those, okay, make sure you know the shape of it. Okay, everybody close your eyes. Close your eyes. Line, what's line look like? Line. Hi. Oh, we have handouts here. Line, line, straight line. Okay, Cubic function. Cubic. Cubic function. Cubic function. This one. Oh, this is cube. It's like that. Right? One hand up, one hand down. Square. X square. Not square roots. Square. Oh, like a U shape, right? Keywords. Yeah, still one hand up, one hand down, but it's more flat, right? Square roots. Yes. Both hands. Well, that way, it can only be greater or equal to 0, the x values. Absolute value. We shape, right? So we do the math exercise every day. Hi, come on, we have some handouts here. Okay, good. So now, today we talk about 2.5, and that is transformations. Oh, so this is the exam. You can feel free to practice it. Transformations of functions. Okay. So we have those parent functions. What if our function does not look exactly like that? Then what happens? So this is the absolute value of x. What does it look like? V shape, right, everybody? So, by the way, if you really forget about the shape of the function, it's okay. You can always draw a table and then plus some points, connect the points smoothly to get the graph. Okay. So let's see. We put in some points. Absolute value of 2 is what? 2. And absolute value of 1 is 1. Absolute value of 0, 0. Absolute value of negative 1, 1. Absolute value of negative 2, 2. Do you see we get those 5 points? Let's plot them on the graph. Okay. 2, 2. So the x is 2. And the y is also 2. 2, 2, at this point. Right? 2, 2. And then 1, 1. Where's 1, 1? 1, 1. Right? So that is 1, 1. And 0, 0. X is minus 1. Y is 1. So which is this point. And negative 2, 2. So that's why we get a V shape. This is the graph of absolute value of x. Okay. Now, how about g of x? What do we do to it? Well, we add 2 to it. How would this change our graph? Okay. If we plug in 2, do you see we plug in 2 means replace x with 2. So we have absolute value 2 plus 2. Oh, what is that? How about you guys take turns and answer my question? What is that? 4. Yes. Oh, see, we add 2 to it. We get 4. Quinton, what if we plug in 1? What do we get? Yes, and that is 3. Yes, very good. And so let's go this way, and then at the back, and then the front, and then this side. Okay? So next. Yeah, absolute value. Good. It's 2. Good. Next. You came up. You mean absolute value of negative 1 plus 2? Okay. Tendencies. Here we go. Thank you. So what did you say? 3. Yes. Good. Zach? Yeah, very good. So we plot those points on the graph. When x is 2, we get 4. When x is 1, we get 3. When x is 0, we get 2. When x is -1, we get 1. Oh, hi, come here. We have handout today. And then we plug in x is -2, we get 4. So we connect them. Oh, this is the graph of absolute value of x plus 2. So far, so good, everybody? Okay, what does this do to it? Do you see the entire function we move up 2 units? Right, we shift up 2 units. Ooh, yes. Okay, continue. How about h of x equals absolute value of x minus 2? Okay, Jackson. Yeah, very good. Absolute value of 2 minus 2, that equals to 0. And Evan or Ethan? Yeah. What happened when we plug in 1? 1 and minus 2 would be minus 1. Yeah, it would be minus 1. Okay. Very good. Peter. Yes, very good. -2. David. -1. Alexis. 0. Yes. So we put them on the graph, right? At 2, that is 0. And 1 is -1. 0, we have -2. At 1, -1, we also get -1. At 2, -2, we get 0. And we connect all the points together. Do you see we still have the free shape? Compared to the original graph, what do you see? We shift down 2 units, right, everybody? Okay, so summary. To obtain the graph of G from F, do you see how do we change it? We're changing the y. Okay, so we're changing the y. We add 2 to the y. Do you see that all the x coordinates are the same? But here the y coordinate is 2 higher than the y coordinate here. Right? So we're changing the y, we add 2 to it. Then in this case, we shift up 2 units. So this is summary. So you have your x being the same, and your y, you add 2 to it. So then to the graph, we shift up 2 units. Okay, and then how about h? Well, h, we're changing the y, and we subtract 2 units. Thank you. Everybody sign in? Okay, so therefore, what do you say? Yeah, exactly. Shift down 2 units. Okay. So this is the transformation, vertical shift. Okay, if you add a number or subtract a number from the y, okay, so it's like the entire function. You add a number or subtract a number, then you either shift up or shift down. Okay, so this is vertical shift. All right. Now we have more students. Let me talk about the checklist. So you get this paper. This is checklist. Okay. So on the course website, here there's a link called How to Schedule a Tutoring Appointment with OSS. Okay. So follow the instructions. You can schedule a tutor with OSS. And then this math weekly checklist. So if your score of exam 1 is lower than 70, you must get this sheet. Let me ask you again. How many of you want to pass this course? Raise your hand. Everybody, right? So let's try our best. And I will try my best to help you. And you promise me you put more effort. Okay? Yes, because we don't just say, we do it. So this is how it works. Every week, I will put this weekly checklist here. You take a copy. And then you put down your name and you put down the week. For example, this week is February 27 to March 3rd. So you put your name here, put the date, February 27 to March 3rd here. You put a check mark below if you complete the task. First one, this week, did you take notes in class? If you miss a class, watch the recording and fill in the notes. Have you done that? Put a check mark here. Or maybe it's like last week or this week. I mean, before you see, okay? So check that. Review the notes. So after you get home, did you review your notes? And so you look at one time of your notes and make sure you understand the problem and the examples. And then you hide the solution and redo the problems. Do you get all the steps right? If not, mark down your questions. Which step you don't understand? Or is the whole example you don't understand? Mark it down. So here you have your questions. So right now, maybe it's in section 2.5, okay, the horizontal shifts, I don't quite understand. So write it down. And also the back of page, you write down your questions. And then, so if you've done that, put a check mark. Do your homework on session. So this week's homework is on section 2.2 and 2.3, which is the series we talked about. Okay, so write it down on section 2.2 and 2.3. And so you review your notes and then do your homework. Using pencil first, then click the solution and use red pen to make corrections. And please be honest, because if you look at the solution and still use pencil, then you get a perfect homework. Perfect homework doesn't help at all, because you don't know your weakness and then you cannot improve. Homework is only 5% of your total grade. Your exam is more percentage. Your homework helps you to master the material. That's why I give you a solution. Okay? So 5 years ago, I didn't give a solution. I just asked the homework. And then I realized after I post the solution, not many students actually look at the solution and see what's wrong. Okay? So therefore, I lower the percentage of homework and I give solution. So please be honest. Okay? So don't give me perfect homework. And I can tell you, even though I make mistakes sometimes. So when I do those homework, sometimes I make mistakes. Yes. Okay. And then this week we don't have a quiz, so you can skip that. But on the week you have a quiz, then write down. And every time after the quiz, I go over the quiz solution and the quiz mistakes. So please make corrections according to the solution. Okay. And then meet a tutor. So if your score is lower than 70, please schedule a tutor with OSS. Is that clear, everybody? And what you can do, well, maybe you can go over like in class examples, and also, do you remember, so usually my worksheet, I have some problems and ask you to practice at home. You can practice this problem with your tutor. Okay, everybody? Or you know your practice exams, right? Your practice exam is there, okay? So you can ask your tutor, look at the practice exams and try to change the number, create another problem for you to practice. Okay, everybody? So you know what type of problem I'm going to test you on for the exams. You see last time the practice exam is so similar to the actual exam, right? Okay, so that is our goal. And What did you went over? So you went over on your homework or practice exam or quiz on which sections, and then ask your tutor to sign the name here. Okay? So now I'm your mommy. I really hold your hands and make sure you're trying your best. Okay? Give me your hands. Let's fight together. Yeah. Yes. And meet with me. Which day and what time? How long? Yes. So what day? How long? So 2 hours, maybe tomorrow. I put the day there, and then from 2 to 4 p.m. So write down the time as well. And my office hours is the following. So usually I'm more available on Tuesday, Thursday. So Tuesday, Thursday I teach from 2 to 3:15. Other than that, usually I will stay in my office. But sometimes if I have a meeting, then I will not be in my office. But if I don't have a meeting, usually I will be in my office. My office is Snyder 159, just right there. You see the beautiful paintings on my window. Okay? Yes. So come to see me, and so when you see me, ask me questions, and I also want to check on your notes. I want to check your homework. I want to check your quiz. Okay, so let's try our best to improve. Okay, so that is the weekly checklist. And yes, so when you come to my office, you can take a picture of this checklist, and then you give me your checklist. So I want to keep a record. I want to see whether you're doing your work, whether you're improving. Okay, everybody? All right. So, okay, let's keep going. Okay, so that is the vertical shift up or down. Continue. For each function, complete the corresponding table and graph the function. We already get the graph of absolute value of x. So it's 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, right? And it was like a V shape. So this one, we can write it down for free. Okay, how about this one? If we multiply by 2, what happened? So 2 times absolute value of 2 is 4. Yes. Okay. Next. Caleb? Oh, sorry. Caleb, you? Caleb. Okay, Caleb. What happened if we plug in 1? It's 2, right, everybody? 2 times 1 is 2. And then, Caleb, what happened if we plug in 0? 0, yes. Okay, Imani, what happens if we plug in -1? Huh? So, okay, we plug in x is -1. So this is the formula. 2 times absolute value of -1. Right? So 2 times absolute value of -1. What is absolute value of -1? 1. What's 2 times 1? 2. Yes. So it is 2. Okay. Correct, right? What happens if we plug in -2? 4. Yes. Right, everybody? Mm-hmm. All right. Let's put those points on the xy plane. X is 2. And then the y is 4. So see, we go up and we get 6 points. So 2, 4. 1, 2. Right? 0, 0. -1, 2. -2, 4. Connect all those points together. Do you see the shape change? Right? The shape change. Okay, very good. How about this one? If we multiply by 1/2, what happened? We start from you again. Very tough. If we plug in 2, what happened? 1/2 times absolute value of 2. 1/2 times absolute value of 2. What's absolute value of 2? 2. What's 1/2 times 2? 1/2 times 2. Do you see the 2 cancel? Yeah, so it'll be 1. Right, we got 1. What happened if we plug in 1? Yeah, we get 1/2. Good. Haley, what happened if we plug in 0? Yes. Okay, Ma. What happened when we plug in -1? We also get 1/2. Good. Zach, we get 1. Yes, very good. Okay, we're ready. We plug in x is 2. The y we get 1. So 2, 1 is here. And then 1/2. You know, 1/2 is between 0 and 1. This is right here. Yeah. And when we plug in 0, we get 0. When we plug in -1, we get 1/2. When we plug in -2, we get 1. So we connect them smoothly. We also get a V, but the shape is more open, right? Okay. So summary. To obtain the graph of, so here what we are doing. Do you see the x values remain the same, but we are multiplying the y value? Okay, so we're changing the y. So here we change the y to 2 times y. Then in this case, we have stretch. Okay, so this is stretch vertically by a factor of 2. Yeah, this is longer. You have your graph. You stretch. Yeah, you imagine stretch. It becomes taller. Stretch vertically by a factor of 2. So we get that. And then h, we're changing the y. We multiply by 1/2. So we're changing the y becomes 1/2 y. In this case, you either say stretch vertically by a factor of 1/2, or you say compress vertically by a factor of 2. You see the difference? You stretch vertically but by 1/2. Or you say you compress vertically by a factor of 2. But be careful, don't say compress vertically by a factor of 1/2. That's not correct. Okay? Well, it doesn't matter what we put. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay. So I would say just make things simple, just say stretch vertically. And then if it's by 2, then you actually stretch it. Right? 1/2, then it's like compressing. Yes. Okay. Good. So this is vertical stretch and compress. Okay. And next one. So the absolute value of x is the same thing, right? Let's copy it down. And we have a reshape. This one is the same as before. Okay. Now, what happened? Wow. Do you see here? G of x is absolute value of x plus 2. And this is absolute value of x minus 2. We are changing the x. We're not changing the y. Therefore, compared to the original function, the y value remain the same. We need to figure out what is the x value. If we are given the x value and we want to find the y value, then we just plug in, right? So if we're given the x, so if we're given the x, and then to find f of x, we just plug in x equals that number. But here we are given the y value and we want to find the x value. So you set f of x equals to that y number and we solve for x. So this process is harder. Okay. For example, here the y value is 2. So you're setting, absolute value. So you have absolute value of x plus 2 equals to 2. And you want to solve for x. Right, everybody? You want to solve for x. How do we break absolute value? Okay, so absolute value of x equals to a. This is the same as saying x equals a or x is minus a. Do you remember solve the equations involving absolute value? What did you do? You draw a middle line and then you replace the absolute value of x by the parentheses. And the other side you replace the absolute value by negative parentheses. Do you remember that? You put a line in the middle and you do both. Okay. So therefore, here, absolute value of x plus 2 equals to 2. That means x plus 2 is plus or minus 2. So this includes those two ways. Okay, it's positive 2 or it's minus 2. So, and then when you solve for x, you are doing subtract 2 on both sides. Right? You ready? We subtract 2 on both sides. We get x equals plus or minus 2, subtract 2. Okay. What is that? Positive 2 subtract 2 is 0. Negative 2 minus 2 is negative 4. Do you see we got 2 roots? And which makes sense because see, our outputs, we get 2, we actually have. So let's put the 0 here and we put the negative 4 there. Yeah, we get 2 solutions. They are 0 and the negative 4. Right? Yes. Kind of, because we get 2 solutions. Right? 2 solutions. They match to the same output. Output is 2. So we are giving the output and we want to find the input. Yes, it can be 4. Yeah, it can be 4. So because our x is normally from the bigger number to the smaller number. That's why we put the 0 here. But it's a table. It's a table. You can do whatever order you like. So we just maintain the order from bigger number to the smaller number. So yeah. Okay. And then how about 1? Okay, how about the 1? So I ran out of space. Let me do it here. So this is the function. Absolute value of x plus 2. Set it equals to 1. When you break the absolute value, what happened? When you break it, what happened? Plus or minus 1. Yes, everybody? We break it, we get plus or minus 1. And then we subtract 2. So plus or minus 1, subtract 2. What are they? Yeah. So we put -1 here and -3 here. Good job, right, everybody? Okay. Now, how about 0? Well, absolute value of x plus 2 equal to 0. When you break the absolute value, you know, plus or minus 0 is just 0. Right, everybody? So what is x? -2. Oh. See, we are giving the output. We want to find the input. So this is hard. This is harder than you plugging your x. You plugging your x to get the y. That's easy. But now you're knowing the output. You want to find the input. So then you need to solve the equation. Okay, let's plug those points. Okay. So we plug in x is what? X is 0. The y is 2. So x is 0, the y is 2. We have this point. And x is -1, the y is 1. So we have this point. X is -2, the y is 0. X is -3, the y is 1. X is -4, the y is 2. Are you okay plotting points? You look at the x values and you look at the y values and you plot the points. Is everybody okay with that? Okay, so this is the function, the graph of the function. It's still the V shape, but compared to this guy, it's like you move to the left 2 units. You see, everybody? So this is changing the x, then you get horizontal shifts. So if you're changing the y, the arrow is a prime number, you get vertical shifts. But if you're changing the x, arrow minus a number, you get horizontal shift. Okay, so here we do the similar thing with x -2. Okay, so let's copy it. It's similar. We have absolute value of x -2 equals to 2. Then x -2 is plus or minus 2. Instead of this side, we subtract 2. But then this side, what we are doing? Add 2. So we have plus or minus 2, add 2. What are they? 4 and -2 plus 2? 0. Yes. Oh, so we can put the 4 here. We put the 0 here. Yes, everybody? Okay. How about the other one? Okay. So, hey, who's next? Did he come out? Is it Zach next? Who's the next student answer my question? Okay. All right. So, right, if we plug in x -2 absolute value, set it equals to 1. When we break it, what happens? Like here. What happens when we break it? We get plus or minus 1. And then what is x? So plus or minus 1? Add 2 or subtract 2? Plus 2, yes. And what's x? What's 1 plus 2? Yes. Plus 3 and minus 1? -1 plus 2? Just 1, yes. Right, so we have 3 here and 1 here. And the 0, you will get also the 0. Because, no, this is 2, sorry. Okay, yes, sorry. Yeah. And what color did I use? Okay. We'll use blue color. So x minus 2 is 0. X minus 2 is 0. Therefore, we add 2 on both sides. We get x is 2. Okay. And so this goes here. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. Plot those points. When x is 4, we get 2. When x is 3, the y is 1. When x is 2, the y is 0. When x is 1, the y is 1. When x is 0, the y is 2. Do you see we have the same shape? We just move to the right 2 units. Okay? So, in this process, notice that the y remain the same. We are changing the x. Okay. So here we're changing the x to x plus 2. Okay, then we shift. See? Here we're shifting to the left 2 units. So shift left 2 units. Okay, so keep in mind, positive when you add a number, left. Positive left. Then negative will be the right. Okay, so shift right 2 units. Okay, plus left, negative right. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, next one. For the following, complete the corresponding table. Okay, what's square root of x look like? What's your square root of x look like? Yes, okay, like that, right? So square root of 0. What is square root of 0? 0. Square root of 1. Square root of 4. Square root of 9. 3. Square root of 16. 4. Yes. So when x is 0, we get 0. When x is 1, we get 1. When x is 4, we get 2. So this is the graph. Is everybody okay with that? Okay, so now, here. Okay, so look at this guy and this guy. We have the minus sign in front of x. Okay, so we have the minus sign in front of x. Then here we are changing the x. Compared to this guy, we have the minus sign in front of the whole thing. So if you have the minus sign in front of the whole thing, you're not changing x, you're changing the y. Because y is the whole thing. You see the difference? If you only have the minus sign in front of x, you're changing the x to minus x. But if you have the minus sign in front of the whole thing, you're changing the y. Okay. So if we have minus sign in front of the x, now what happened? See? We have the y remain the same. We change the x. Okay? So how do we change the x? So we have the average, we get square root of minus x equal to 0. Right, everybody? Get rid of the square root, you both sides square it. Do you remember on your exam? Many of you forget to square the square roots. We cannot do the combined like terms or move things around unless we square both sides and get rid of the square roots. Okay? So here we square both sides. We get minus x. What is 0 squared? 0. Oh, multiply both sides by minus 1. We get x is 0. Is that okay, everybody? So we solve for x. Square both sides, right? Yes. Okay. We square both sides to get rid of the square roots. Okay? And then we solve for x. Multiply by minus 1. So we get x is 0. Okay, now next. So we have the output square root of minus x set it equals to 1. Solve for x. Zach, what do we do? Square both sides. What's square of 1? Yeah, and what's x? So you have minus x is 1. Then you both sides multiply by minus 1. Then you get x is -1. Yeah. So both sides multiply by minus 1. Minus 1 times 1 is minus 1. Okay, Jackson. Square root of negative x. Set the output. Output is 2. What do? Let's do it slowly. How do you get rid of the square roots? Square. Square both sides, right? Then you have minus x equals, what is 2 square? 2, yeah, 2 square is 2 times 2. Oh, 4. Yeah, so 2 square is 4. Ooh, so now what is x? -4. Ooh, see? We in fact get -4. Okay, how about 3? Let's see. Even, right? Yes. Yes. -9. Yes. Can everybody see the pattern? Because we square both sides, we get 9. And then you want to move the minus x, get rid of the -1, you both sides multiply by -1. Therefore, you get -9. Peter. Exactly. Is everybody okay with the pattern? All right. So therefore, can you see the x? The x is exactly subtraction of whatever we had before, right? So therefore, we plug in 0, 0, -1, 1, -4, 2, and oh, we get the picture like that. Okay. So far, so good? Yes. Okay. This is what is it called? Do you see this is like a mirror image across the y-axis? So this is refraction over the y-axis. Yeah, can you see that? It's refraction over the y-axis. Now, what happens if we have a minus sign in front of the square root of x? Well, here, are we changing the x or changing the y? Changing the y. Changing the y means your x remain the same. So you have your same input and you just plug in the new function, right? What is square root of -0? A negative square root of 0 is 0. Negative square root of 1. -1. Negative square root of 4. -2. Next number. -3. Next number. Yeah. Okay. Put those here. So 0, 0, 1, -1, 4, -2. Comparing to the original graph. Do you see this graph is like reflection over the x-axis? Yes, you put it down. Reflection over the x-axis. So, summary. Here, see? If the minus sign is in front of x, we are changing the x. Then we get reflection over the y-axis. Okay, why is that? Think about it. You have a point. This is like x comma y. And then you have your y remain the same. You have your y remain the same. But your x, you put a minus sign. You know, this x is positive, but this side is negative. So minus x is the left side. You have the same y. So this is reflection over the y-axis. If your minus sign is in front of the whole thing, then you get reflection over the x-axis. Why is that? Okay, sorry. You draw a picture, you get a point x comma y, and you want your x remain the same, but the y you have negative. Therefore, negative is below the x-axis, so you put it down. So this is reflection over the x-axis. So if sometimes you kind of forget which one is which, draw the picture. The picture will tell you. Okay? Have a nice day. We will continue on Wednesday. Bye.